I think I discovered a trade back that Ryan Poles is currently cooking up and no one is thinking about. So to start, I want the Chicago Bears to trade the number 1 or number 9 pick. We currently only have 5 picks in the draft, and that's not going to impact the building of this team brick by brick. Yes, the number 1 and number 9 can help us get top talent, but there are 66 picks between the Bears' number 9 and number 75 pick, and there's a lot of good players in this draft, and 66 guys is definitely going to have a bunch of them. And we have major areas of need like wide receiver 2, center, edge, defensive tackle, safety, and even quarterback if we move on the direction from Justin Fields. So let's say 5-6 major spots, and the first 2 picks could only address a few of those. But with about $57.5 million in cap at the moment before rookie contracts, we're not going to be able to give top talent to address the other 3 or 4 spots with just the draft. Ryan Poles has also traded back in both his drafts as Chicago Bears general manager, so there's a good chance he's going to do it again. And even better, if he does trade back, he could be like the Carolina Panthers last year and find the right trade partner that could send us a young, established player on a good contract and addressing one of the other areas of need. So this trade back that I haven't even talked about yet or heard of anywhere is one of my favorites, and it isn't including the number 1 overall pick, and it's trading the number 9 to the New Orleans Saints, and it works out for both parties. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I might have found the hidden trade that allows Chicago Bears to get quarterback Caleb Williams of USC with the number 1 pick, trade Justin Fields, hopefully to get maybe a second and another late pick, as the veteran quarterback market has dropped significantly with Russell Wilson entering the picture, and getting a total of 3 more picks this year just through 1 trade back. And before I begin today's show, if you want the Chicago Bears to trade back and get more picks, whether that is with the number 1 or number 9 overall pick, please hit the like button on this video along with commenting a trade back you would do with the number 9 overall pick. And as always, please hit that subscribe button with notifications to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news. So let's jump into the New Orleans Saints and what situation they're currently in and why they actually have to do a trade like this. Saints are really bad with money, and the position they're in is that they owe nearly $9 million under the cap right now, which is not good. Only 3 teams are currently in that similar position. They need to get out of it before the season starts. They're probably going to restructure some contracts, so on and so forth. But they also need talent on cheap contracts, as the Saints are literally a ticking time bomb for a rebuild. Ton of aging guys, ton of contracts expiring. They are ready in order to, full out rebuild this thing. But they have 1 shot left, I think, this year, and a top 10 rookie that could be a part of a winning team this year and part of the rebuild for the next couple of years could be key for New Orleans. So like I said in this video, if Chicago does want to take Caleb Williams, they're going to have to keep the number 1, but we're going to trade back that number 9 to get more picks. And what I'm doing is I'm sending the number 9 to the New Orleans Saints, and I'm getting the number 14, number 149, number 167, and EDGE Carl Granderson from the New Orleans Saints. Let me break this down for you guys. First of all, we land a 27-year-old pass rusher who is cap-friendly contract, which I'll break down in a minute, for the next 4 seasons and had 8.5 sacks last year. And again, only 27 years old, so we're still going to have him in his prime. Second, we move back 5 spots, can still get a strong defensive tackle, center, or wide receiver 2. And, right there, I'm thinking we can get Jackson Powers-Johnson from Oregon to address the center position right there. And third, we don't have many mid picks. But if we get the 2 fifths from the New Orleans Saints, Poles, in my opinion, could package those together and move up into the 4th round, maybe even a late 3rd if possible. But overall, you're moving up, you're getting more picks. And then 4th, it helps out the Saints because it would help them get out of depth and also not have to worry about a guy who's owed a ton of money and moving forward. Overall, the Bears get more picks. They land a late edge who performs less than $20 million and is a good bang for your buck, and the Saints get out of debt. Now, before I get into Granderson and why I want him, which he's a fantastic player and a super big sleeper in this league, in my opinion, I'd like to thank today's sponsor. We all have dozens of apps and other websites that we use on a daily basis, which contain personal information like your full name, email, home address, and more. The information that data brokers want in order to sell to scammers and hackers, which none of us want, right? And that is why I'm excited to share today's sponsor, Aura. Aura allows anyone like you and me to see which data brokers are selling our personal information and automatically submits for opt-out requests. Aura's antivirus, VPN, password management, management, and more protects me all in one spot instead of downloading dozens of other apps. If you want the same data protection, make sure to go to the link in my description and sign up for a free 14-day trial for Aura and see how much of your data is truly being sold. Aura is actually amazing, you guys. Cleaned up a ton of my leaked information that had been secure since. Highly encourage you to try it out. Again, it's a free trial and only $8 on the cheapest membership after that to keep your information safe. It's getting to be a weird world out there. I'm literally have not gotten any spam calls, no hacker alerts or anything like that since starting over a month ago. Best $8 I've ever spent. I highly encourage you guys in order to go out and get it. So anyway, let's go back to Carl Granderson, who could be a huge addition to this team. The 27-year-old had 8.5 sacks, 78 total tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 20 quarterback hits, a pass deflection, and a forced and fumble recovery last year for the New Orleans Saints. Crazy speed off the snap with a high motor, great hands to help him get past blocks in order to get to the backfield, and is on a very, very cap-friendly contract. He's under contract for the next 4 years. This upcoming season, he's only owed $5.25 million. Then in 25, he's on an $11.7 million contract, and his last 2 years are about $16.75 million, but I'm sure that can get restructured. Overall, very smart for the Chicago Bears. It allows them to get a young guy who can be an instant impact, who don't have to worry about the edge position anymore, and can be on this team for a long time on a contract that's worth a lot less, in my opinion, than what he could get paid. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Always great to hear from you guys. And free agency starts super soon, so stay tuned for that. But with that, thank you as always for tuning in this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.